pinwheel bread. What am I calling it? My star bread, my stuffed layered star bread, whatever. It's called something like that. I don't know. I can't be responsible for saying all the right things all the time. I can barely speak.
This is Teresa Figures It Out. I'm finally doing all the things I've been putting off. Stop daydreaming and start doing with me. I'm Teresa. Every video I tackle something I've been meaning to try, learn, cook, or finish, because we only get one life. Come figure it out with me.
Welcome to Teresa Figures It Out. If you are new here, welcome, welcome. I'm really glad to have you. This is a really motivational channel. I'm trying to live my best life by getting a bunch of stuff off of my to-do list and learning new skills, but I hope to encourage you to do the same. On this series, which is making all of the great British baking show recipes, I'm on season 5, episode 3, which is bread week. On this episode, I'm going to be making the Showstopper challenge, which is a stuffed bread. There were a lot of different stuffed breads that people made. Some people made pinwheels, some people made stars. There were other types. I'm going to be making a star. It's kind of going to be like a pizza. I'm taking a recipe from King Arthur Flour, which is their herb star bread, and I'm making it my own with my own fillings. I decided to use something I've tried once or twice, which is hot honey. I made my own hot honey yesterday, actually, and I'll probably insert a video of making that honey right now.
To make hot honey, you only need honey, apple cider vinegar, and red pepper flakes. I used some my cousin gave me. Quick tip to spray the measuring cup with Pam spray before adding the honey so it doesn't stick. Then you'll heat the honey and the pepper flakes, then add the vinegar, and you're done.
I was looking around at what would be a good thing to go with hot honey, and pepperoni seemed to be pepperoni, or there was like the chicken hot honey, but I didn't really want to make fried chicken. I mean, I like fried chicken, but it just didn't seem like I wanted to make that for my bread. So I'm kind of going to do a pizza star bread pepperoni. It's definitely going to have mozzarella cheese in there. I'm going to top it with the hot honey and some arugula. Definitely going to have a red sauce. I might put some goat cheese on there. I might put some olives. I'm not completely sure yet what all of the flavors are going to be. I'm probably going to do like a little bit of a taste test of all the ingredients along the way so I can figure out exactly what I want to do. But this is going to be my dinner for my family tonight. And I only have a couple of hours. I got a late start, unfortunately, so I feel a little bit frazzled. I'm sure you'll understand that. And let's go ahead and get started making the dough. The first thing we need to do to make our dough is to weigh our flour and then put warm milk, warm water, yeast into a bowl and cover and let it rest for 15 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. Okay, so our yeast and our whole wheat flour, because this recipe has whole wheat flour and regular flour, are sitting there. We have a couple more minutes left, but I thought that I would go ahead and start making some of the fillings. One of the things I'm going to make is pizza sauce. My classic pizza sauce that I do generally is just a can of regular diced tomatoes. I don't know why, but I really like petite diced tomatoes. I'm sure it makes no difference, but it feels like it does to me. What I like to do is just take 1 can of diced tomatoes and a little bit of salt and garlic, and that's it. And I usually just put an immersion blender in it and bloop, blitz it up. It's really simple. It's really yummy. But I was thinking that one of the issues that the bakers on this particular episode had was that their dough is too wet and that it's separated. I don't think I'm going to have a problem with separation because of the type of dough that I'm using or the type of bake that I'm doing, but I do think I will have a problem with moisture. So I think I'm going to take some of the juice out of the diced tomatoes so that it's just a little bit less wet. But I don't know. We'll see. So I'm going to work on that. And then around that time, the dough will be ready to be finished. So I need to add an egg olive oil, salt, and just regular all-purpose flour. And then that's going to knead for 6 to 8 minutes. And then I'm going to put it in an oiled bowl and cover it and let it rise for about an hour. So see you back here in about an hour. Forgot to strain these. Oh, I said I was going to strain them, and then I just dumped it in there. Now that our dough needs 45 minutes to an hour, I have a lot of things I need to do. I need to clean my dining room. I need to clean my mess. I need to edit a video. And also, I thought that I would try different combinations of what I think I'm going to put in my pinwheel bread. What am I calling it? My star bread. My stuffed layered star bread. Whatever. It's called something like that. I don't know. I can't be responsible for saying all the right things all the time. I can barely speak. So I know that there's going to be hot honey. I know that there's going to be mozzarella. I know that there's going to be pepperoni. I want to try how olives taste. Pepperoni and olives is one of my favorite pizza combinations. So I was really interested in putting that on there, but it's a briny taste. And I didn't know how the briny taste was going to go with the hot honey taste. So I want to try that. And then I also want to try goat cheese and arugula. So I thought I would make like little spoons, little spoonfuls of things to see how I feel about it. So that's what I'm going to do. Well, that's a lot. Okay. It's already going so well. Okay, I'm going to need more spoons. Okay, not all of my plans are good ones. But it's okay. I figure it out as I go. It's actually, I should say, our family motto is figure it out. That's why in the title of my videos, there is a sign that says go into the world and figure it out, because I made that sign for my family, and it's in our living room because we struggled for a lot of years and we were low income for a long time and it was a struggle. And we often would get into these situations where the only thing we could do was to use our brains to figure out how to get out of situations. That's actually how we started making furniture that way, my husband and I, because we would need something for the kids and couldn't just go to the store and buy it. So we'd have to figure out how to make it so that we could have whatever it is that they needed. And so the whole Teresa figures it out thing, it's basically a mantra for me. It's just how I run my life, to be honest. So, and I wanted to bring all of you into that. Okay, so this one I'm going to do olive, pepperoni. I'm going to do all of it. I'm going to do mozzarella, a little bit of the sauce, a little goat cheese. I mean, who doesn't like goat cheese? This is the combo that I think I'm going to go with. So I'm going to start with that and see how I feel. Yeah, that's very good. I want to try it without the brine. Let me cleanse my palate. Okay, so the next one is going to have, I had 2 hot honey spoons over here. Oh, I do. I just made a mess of it. Okay, so the next one is going to have pepperoni, the sauce, mozzarella, goat cheese, and arugula. So everything but the olives. Okay. I think that might be better, which is weird to me. Kind of disappointing. Okay. Okay, the next one that I want to do is with olives, but not with the goat cheese. So olive, pepperoni, sauce, mozzarella, and arugula. No goat cheese. I think that goat cheese and olive might not be the best combination because I like that. It's all really good. This is like, we're talking like just like minutia details here, for real. Okay. I have decisions to make. Maybe I'll put olives on one side and not, or maybe I'll do goat cheese on one side. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but we'll get there. Okay, this was a super scientific taste test.
Oh, golly.
think that was pretty successful. It's looking pretty good. Off camera, because I don't want them on camera, I had my children do a little bit of the taste test, and we decided to put olives in the whole thing, but only do goat cheese on half of it, because there is something about the goat cheese and the olives, we feel. But I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and taste test this. It looks super yummy and incredible. I guess I'm going to go for a goat cheese side. I don't know. It's massive. I will say that part of the parchment paper stuck. So on this, there's some parchment paper in there. So we'll be careful when we're eating for dinner tonight. Okay, here we go. Oh, wow. Yeah, that looks so good. Oh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's really good. The dough is done. I'm a little bit worried about it being totally done all the way in the center. But yeah, the hot honey is really good on there. The arugula really helps to give it something, I don't know, a little bit of a lift, a little bit of greenery. We are going to have salad with this also. But yeah, this is super delicious, actually. This was a really great bread week, and this is a really good way to end it. I'm learning new skills and just getting better at things and just trying to figure things out. And I really hope that I encourage you to also do the same. It's not that I don't feel intimidated by these things. It's not that I'm not really stressed out before I start these recipes or do these videos, because I am. And I have a lot of anxiety, but I still put one foot in front of the other and I do it. And I really want you to do the same. I hope that you have a really great day, a really great weekend, wherever you are at in your week. And we'll see you next time. Okay, bye bye. See ya. Every episode stop date stop daydreaming, cook, or oh my god, on this series, which is making all of the great bit, which was a so the first thing that we need to do for so